Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's Manga night, and tonight we got a lot of interesting things to discuss. Some solicits, some news, some drama, some real horrific stuff that went down in the world of manga publishing. There's a whole bunch of stuff out here. But we're going to weave through it all and entertain you guys the best way we can, which is with our usual shenanigans and goofs and gaffs. So thank you for joining. We truly do appreciate it. My name's Gio from Manga Geekdom here on YouTube, and I'm joined by the rye builder of Omnis, one at a time. That didn't make sense, but I think it worked. Omnibus collector Riley, how you doing?
Good. I was just before dinner, I was setting up a part of the Omnibus library. So hopefully I will have that. I have something similar going on somewhat to what you've been working on behind the scenes, Gio. And I don't think I've shared any pictures of what I've been doing, but it's very fun. So I'll have to share pictures with you privately soon.
I have a super top secret project that some people, like 5 people, know about it, or 6. Jess knows about it, but very fine condition. I don't know. I don't think so, but it got delayed due to real world issues that are out of my control. And now I don't want to. I don't, for the hell of it, I don't want to reveal it because I want to make a video on my channel talking about it. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's shaping up pretty nicely. So yeah.
You know, the thing. Yeah, it's funny. The real world issues. We both had the same things at the same time, more or less.
I know. I'm like, hey, let's go, dude. I mean, it sucks, but like, I was so happy about it. Like, all right, I'm not alone here.
Yeah, you know, it's everyone goes through those types of bills and stuff.
Yeah. No background lights. I forgot to turn them on. I'm sorry. I just realized as soon as I saw the comment. I'm not gonna get up to do that. Sorry. Or maybe later.
Once I get the boxes moved out, I should do one around that way, so then I can join y'all with the fun LEDs and stuff.
Yeah. I don't always turn them on when I'm reading or everything. They're all turned off. If anybody's curious, like, oh, they'll damage the books. Like, yeah, sure, long term they will, but I only turn them on for like filming or shows and stuff like that, and then I leave them off. Let's see. The One Piece is real. Yes, there are 2 One Pieces. There's the manga, and then there's the amazing collab that they're doing with McDonald's, which I found it hilarious. And I'll get the picture in a minute and we'll talk about it. Holy crap, what a promotion. Speaking of promotions, let's give a promo to our sponsor, and that is InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnis, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and so much more in the world of collected editions at great discounted prices. You get free shipping in orders of $50 or more in the US, and there's a loyalty discount which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make these on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, that and more when you visit InStockTrades.com. Let me share the website so you can see the current deals of the week, which include, I think this is one of the rare times we have a light novel as a deal of the week. Where is our friend Bean Queenie when we need her? That is really cool that our sponsors highlighting light novels as well. You got your new releases. I should have said what it was. Sorry. Apothecary Diaries Volume 8, the light novel, is one of the deals of the week at 43% off. You had the loyalty discount, you'd be looking at 45% off. And these other wonderful books. You got your new releases. You got your top sellers here. And if you go over here, there's a sales tab, and there's a bunch of sales happening. Clearances, damages, red tags, character spotlights. There are 2 or 3 categories here that I want to highlight real quick. The 24-hour flash sale. This one is for Rainier's Legacy. This is a book that I have never heard about in my life, but it's from Dark Horse. It's 60% off, $7.99. I'm going to talk about Dark Horse later too. They're in the news. And there's a Woman in Comic sale. That is pretty awesome as well. A bunch of interesting titles here.
ElfQuest.
Yeah. And the other one is Manga Spotlight Furry Friends. You can see mostly cats. There are some dogs, but it's mostly cat. They should have just named it Cat Friends, the sale.
Cat sale.
Yeah, or a cat sale. You can see here all the cat manga for 30% off. So yeah, go check them out. Insecttrades.com. Shout out to our sponsor. Woo. All right. Primal, thank you for joining. About to head into my last class today. What up? Let's go. Ignore the class. Just turn the volume up and let the whole class know that you're watching us so they can all tune in together. We won't make it an awkward experience, we promise. X Camera, thank you for joining. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sup Punks, thank you for joining. Warren in the house, thank you for joining. Everybody, thank you so much. Was feeling sad today, so I made cookies so I could eat some more sugar. Sugar. Let's go. I can't eat cookies. That is one of my weaknesses. But that's one of my kryptonites in life. I can't. I go like months, almost a year without having them, and then I break my thing, and then I buy a box of cookies, and then I fall into that rabbit hole, and I just start buying them again and eating. I'm like, no, I can't. So right now I'm in one of those binges of like months of no cookies. It's been a while.
I had some Pocky before jumping on.
Heck yeah. Not the cookie fast. Thank you. Yeah, all righty. Riley, what's been happening? What did you haul anything? Did you do anything interesting that you'd like to let the peeps know?
I hauled a lot, but I only have what came in today next to me because the rest of it was a big box and it's all already shelved. So just this came in today. I have one comic. It is, I believe, the last volume of Motherfuckers. I think this is the last one. About to spoil myself and go to the end, but I don't know. Maybe there's more. If there is, I'll be getting the next volume. Right. These are all from IST. From Nakama Press, I got Naraka Warrior Volume 2. I enjoyed the first one pretty well, and it's a full color book. Full color and still only $10.99. So really, really nice because they use kind of, you know, not glossy, like not quite newsprint paper, but it's not glossy. So that definitely keeps the price down on the paper, but the artwork's good.
It's like one of those like the compact comics that DC puts out, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Right. I'm still not a fan of like the design of Nakama Press's books having that stripe around the bottom because it cuts off the artwork, but otherwise I've actually been really enjoying a lot of the books that they've been putting out. I've been trying as much as I can get my hands on. Then volume 16 of Go-Go Loser Ranger or Ranger Reject from Kodansha, and then volume 4 of Tsutomu Nihei's Tower Dungeon. This one sold out initially on IST, so I had to wait for them to get new stock, and luckily they had a copy available because when I was doing this order, it's a small order, like I said, I was not quite at the threshold for the free shipping, and then I threw that in there and boom, hit the 50. It was like, oh yeah, there's still this thing. Blue Lock 27, Gio's favorite soccer death match with no death series.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm really excited about this that the friends over at Nakama Press sent over Magica.
Ooh.
Haven't opened it up yet. I literally just got it. So let's bust into it real quick and take a look at because this one should be a full color book as well.
That is
it
full
is
color.
oversized, as you can see. It's got a nice, there's some foil on the cover. It does have the obi across that has from Bisco Hattori, the creator of Oron High School Host Club, said, "I want to live in this world. It's a story you'll want to treasure." And then
Obi.
The Obi, the Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's the whole cover. And
gorgeous. I love that.
Ooh, this looks fun too. The cover beneath the dust jacket is a really nice design. And then on the inside, we get some. It's like almost. It looks like watercolored artwork. I don't think it literally is, but it's the kind of muted tone artwork.
If I remember correctly, the author, this was like an online web comic.
Yes. Yeah, I think they posted it on their Twitter.
Right. Yeah.
And then it was published after that.
Some sites said it was only one volume, but there's more. We have a solicit for volume 2, so there will be more content. And I think volume 2 has a blue cover.
Huh, that's cool. It doesn't say volume 1 on the cover at all, so I wonder if they're going to have it be like Magica with a subtitle for the second one.
Magica manga, Magica volume. Well, yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just says volume 2, but supposedly it's coming out in May. We'll see.
Okay. This May. Wow, that's real soon. But yeah, this looks beautiful. I'm excited to dig in when I get a chance to. And it is a oversized trim, so the same trim as Baki. If you're putting it in your shelves with the other Kodama books. Excuse me. So that's the haul that I have right now. I'm not going to show the other like 20 books that I had gotten because it's a lot.
The white stripe is like a fake obi. It is, or at least I think so as well. The Magica book looks really nice. Reminds me of the design choices with the Delicious in Dungeon updated guidebook. Nice.
I think I still need to get that. All my yen stuff is still boxed, so I can't double check, but I'm pretty sure I never got that.
I never got the box set. It was too expensive, and I forgot. I think it's sold out. You know what I did grab? I talked about it, but whatever. I grabbed the Ghost in the Shell box set on the day of, and they sold out at In Stock Trades, so I had to wait 2 damn weeks, and it finally shipped today. I'm like, what the hell, man? I was so excited at the beginning of the year, bumping the damn book box set up, and now I have to wait. So they send it gets sent media mail that I can't do anything about it. So that's another week and a half more, or maybe 2 weeks more that I have to wait. It's gonna be a freaking month until I get the box set. But I did get it. That's the important stuff. I have one book here that I hauled, and it's a Pokemon book. So I got Sword and Shield Volume 4, which is pretty cool. I love the Pokemon franchise. I'm at an all-time high with the Pokemon franchise because I've been playing Leaf Green, and today I got Bokopia. I'm going to show it. Now, I don't want to scare the children out watching the stream, all right? Viewer discretion is advised. But I grabbed my very first stupid, dumb key card. Yes, I'm a fake fan, fake advocate for physical media. The actual truth of the matter is that I am a sucker for having all the things that I collect, like in this case, Pokemon. I want to have all the boxes for the games, and I wasn't going to get that if I just ordered through the eShop. So I went ahead and got the key card. Do I recommend getting the key card? Absolutely not. Download it from the eShop. Don't be like me. But the game is fantastic. It will be one of the best games of the year, in my honest opinion. And if you don't like it, that's your prerogative. I don't know. What else did I get? I got a bunch of other books, but I'm not going to talk. I'm going to show them off on Monday because they're comics. For once, I got comics.
Oh yeah,
Why? Why? A lot of people hurt me
all the time.
Yes, this is a 24/7 struggle, Josh. I got the Going Merry and all the parts for the Tricks Bricks mock. Yes.
Oh,
is this? What is this? I don't know what this is.
I'm guessing.
Is this One Piece?
Mock is my own creation for Lego. Like people will share their like instructions and stuff online, and then you can use the site. Josh knows the site, obviously, to buy the pieces for people's creations, and you can buy the instructions and stuff like that, so you can build other people's creations. So I'm guessing.
Oh, here's the link. Cool.
Yeah,
check them out.
So the Going Merry is the Going Merry, the one that I have. And then I'm guessing the other is like an alternate version. Maybe he can share the link so we can see what he got.
H Field, my Ditto is supposed to look like me, so I thought that was pretty cool, and it brought me back to when I first started watching the Pokemon anime and playing Blue and Red. And I was young, and in my head, I kept playing and daydreaming and imagining how it would be like to be a Pokemon trainer in that universe, and what would my adventures be and all that stuff. This game brought me back to that immediately, and it is such a gigantic piece of comfort pie. And I wish everyone could get a Switch too, so they would get a slice of it. If you're a fan of Pokemon. So I'm in love with the game. I've only played for like 2 hours, but I'm in 100%. It's so funny to hear or read, I guess, the dialogues of all the Pokemon talking to you. I found Hitmonchan and Scyther, and they're like, I thought they were going to be bullies. I don't know why, because they're fighting, and Scyther's like super intimidating and stuff. They're just like bros. Hitmonchan is a gym bro, and he's just like, hey, Ditto, like, check this out. And he's just punching the punching bag. And I took a picture of him. And when you start up the game, any pictures you take with your Pokedex, they get shown at the beginning as a slideshow with the press start menu. And one of the first pictures I took is Hitmonchan punching. And then Scyther was like, can you help me practice my cutting technique? And I got him some tree logs to cut down. And then he taught me cut. So basically, I know the HMs from the games. And that's what I use to build the town back. So it's a lot of fun. I'm super excited to keep going. So speaking of that, let's just jump right into one of the first topics. We got a bunch of news stories. Let me close some windows here because there's a lot. Red String licensed 2 manga. We hadn't heard of them for a minute, and they're back. Let me share my link here from Anime News Network. There you go. Hey. All right. This one is brought to you by Fate Strange Fake on Crunchyroll. You can stream it now. So Red String licensed 2 series. The first one is The Elf Husband and Dwarf Wife by Yoshika Komatsu. This one releases on Omoi, March 22nd. Introducing a heartwarming story about the relationship between one talkative male elf and one buff female dwarf. Let's go. Written and illustrated by acclaimed Japanese children's author Yoshika Komatsu, this manga first debuted on Jump Rookie and later Jump Plus Indies. That's super wholesome right there. And then the other one is Funny Bone from Aragata. This one comes out March 22nd. Childhood friends turned manzai comedians from commercial BL artist Aragata. You will laugh, you will cry, you will question why, Japanese people, why? That is probably one of my favorite summaries that I've read so far in 2026. Thank you. I love that. It is for mature readers, apparently. So some spicy content throughout, or probably the jokes, I guess they make. So, what do you think of this? Or red? What is it? Red string.
The first one especially looks interesting to me. I like the art style.
I will probably check out the Elf Husband. Not interested in Funny Bone, but I do like that description.
Yeah.
This was how I learned Jump Plus indies exist. Same, yeah. What other games? Pocopia. Pocopia is a mix of little bit of Stardew Valley, a little bit of Animal Crossing, little bit of mystery, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and the Pokemon franchise itself. But it does each aspect really well. The crafting and the lore stuff, it's really good. Let's jump into some other solicits. I'm going to go to 7 Seas here. These were announced on Sunday at CitrusCon. 3 BLs, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
The first one here is a Western BL, Stranger, by Hayate Kuku. I hope I said that right. This comes out in November. Set in the Wild West, BL one-shot manga that will take your heart for a ride. Gonna take you for a ride.
Not wearing my Capcom today.
The next one is Marchen from Hayate Kuku as well. What started as a magical contract turns into something more in this fantastical BL manga. And the other one is Wolfhound by Iroha Megu. This one comes out in November as well. A devoted employee is about to get some hands-on discipline training from the #1 host in the business in this sexy BL manga. Shout out. I'm interested. No joke. I want to read the Western one because why not? Looks interesting. Do I have
It's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steel Ball Run, if Araki wasn't a coward and actually made it where Gyro and Johnny are making out the whole time.
Bingo, you got it. The last one here for solicits or licenses, whatever. Crossed Hearts licensed all-rounder made Connieville. I'm at Anime Trends. I rarely visit this site, so I don't know how to scroll here. Connieville is the ultimate all-rounder maid at Halvion Castle, blessed with cheat level abilities and burdened by a single wish to live quietly and out of the spotlight. That dream shatters the day she learns the Empire's most notorious flirt and devastatingly handsome knight, Reinhardt, is now her stepbrother. Caught between a shamelessly meddlesome stepbrother who refuses to stay out of her affairs, a capable, charismatic superior she admires, a dangerously alluring prince she deeply respects, and a mother who is the cause of her dilemma, Connie is swept into a whirlwind of palace intrigue, covert missions, and heartaches she never planned for. I believe our friend Being Queenie was talking about this. I don't know if on one of our streams or on social media or on my Discord, but I think I saw that happen somewhere. So that's cool. This comes out in, does it have a date? I don't think so. I don't know when it comes out, folks. They're also doing part of the Glam Beat. Borrowing your textbook 175160 will be published on the Cross Hearts Glam Beat imprint, which is a Chinese GL manhwa comic series by Taro. So there you go. I don't have any dates for them, but they're going to announce 12 new licenses throughout 2026 for Glam Beat. So be on the lookout for that. This is a lot better than what was the other publisher that, or not publisher, the people that made merch that we were making fun of, Blue Heart,
Blue Petal. Yeah, I mean, they said they were a publisher, and it's been, I think, over a year.
And all they do is merch.
Yeah,
Shout out, good for you. I don't mind that, but don't say you are a publisher if you ain't publishing squat.
Yeah, I'm guessing they wanted to like reveal themselves so that they could start, like the company could start and start making money, and so they did the merch stuff. But they should have just come out and said something about like, we are that, like, not a publisher yet, and then like later be like, hey, fun, we've got some licenses now. Like whenever the licenses were actually ready to talk about, then come out and say like, guess what, we're also gonna publish some manga. But that was like,
Josh is putting out more books than Blue Petal.
This is the wrong way to do an announcement.
Somewhat of a publisher too. Nice.
We just rewatched the Spider-Man movies the other day.
Josh is asking, Chinese GL. I thought China was against LGBTQ plus content. It is a conundrum.
Government, yeah, and that's why there are a lot of
government hates it, but
a lot of the creators in China wind up having to basically like try to not get arrested.
Do they do like incognito mode or overseas publications?
I don't know anything about it. I just know that like they get in trouble. Like there have been instances where like they get arrested, and like it's hard, like, because the publishers that license their work for release in like English and stuff, they can't really say anything about anything, because anything that they say could wind up tipping off the government and getting them in trouble.
There's a lot of LGBTQ plus content in China. It's just there's a certain level of censorship they have to try and work around. Yeah. To be honest, Denpa has hardened me to long waits, so I've been barely phased by the Blue Petal stuff. Yeah.
I am used to, and I don't want to say used to, I long waits is one thing, but like coming out and like basically telling a bunch of people, be excited about us because we're going to do things that you want, and then just like being empty-handed about it for over a year, that's different to me. Because like at least Denpa like has a, they're a publisher, they exist, that they have a record. It's just they have really bad delays because of their staff.
Blue Petal rollout has been certainly been a mess. Yeah. But hopefully they put out stuff. We'll see what happens.
I'm sure eventually they will, but I just think it's a little bit rotten because it seems like they're just kind of taking advantage of they know that the fan base is going to get excited.
The market is hungry for content.
Because especially since they were like, we're going to do shoujo and josei and BL and GL, and those are like largely underserved demographics. So those people are super hungry for it. And when you kind of dangle that out there, it's like, I don't know, it just seems a little bit rotten the way that they handled it. And I think they really shouldn't have done that.
Speaking of, I wanted to highlight the Anime News Network homepage for 1 second here.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, sorry. What the hell did I want to? Oh, a lot of manga that we know and talk about on the show are ending like soon. For example, this one got picked up by Seven Seas recently. I think it was Seven Seas or Yen
Yeah.
Press, one of the two. So it ends in 2 chapters. The Get Married So I Can Curse Your Firstborn and finally Be Free. What was the other one here? Boy. This one ends next chapter. Oh shoot! Berserk crossed the 10 million mark in English. That's cool.
I know Will was super excited about that because he would literally text me updates and be like, "We're so close to 10 million." Like a few months prior, he's like, "I'm gonna make a big deal out of it when we hit it, but we're so close."
Hell yeah! Witches Live in Mongol resumes on March 25th. This one got picked up by Viz, the Shuzoshimi Sound of a Blink. It's ending in 2 chapters over there in Japan.
They probably knew that that one was ending, and that's probably why they picked it up and announced it so recently.
And Kowloon Generic Romance ends next month as well.
Let's go. I've been anticipating that one wrapping up.
I believe there was one more that I wanted to mention. Where was it? Damn it. No. Well, whatever. I lost it. Cells at Work Lady. Oh, that's a Kodansha Digital. We talked about that, right?
Cells at Work Lady?
Yeah. We did not mention this the other day, which I thought was worth bringing up. Glacier Books are integrating Starfruit books. So that is really wholesome and nice to see Starfruit's legacy and Matt's legacy continue in some shape or form under another publisher. So kudos.
Yeah, I know the two were really good friends.
That's nice. Yeah.
Emma, I think, or Emmy, I forget who runs Glacier Bay. I think she was really good friends with Matt. And when I saw that, I was like, this makes a lot of sense for it to happen that way. And a lot of the small publishers like Glacier Bay and Starfruit would work together with stuff anyway. So it's cool to see that kind of be official.
I don't want to be a bummer, but I got a bone to pick with Glacier Bay Books because what was the shoujo manga that they revealed last year? I think it was, or 2024, and people were like super excited.
Someone in the chat is going to know
that one. That yeah, you're right there. I couldn't pre-order. I was upset, and I wrote on social media like, "Hey, what the hell? Why can't I pre-order for reasons that I don't have to explain? You can probably guess why." And they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We're gonna fix it, and you should be able to do that like right away." And it never happened. I still cannot pre-order from Glacier Bay Books. So,
is this a Puerto Rico thing?
Yes, because a lot of these sites they use the I don't know the proper term, the build that they use for their shop already has some presets, and they categorize us as international market, so they don't want to ship. Sometimes it's going to be like super expensive, other times it just blocks it out from US shipping, and I'm caught in the middle of that drama, and I hate it. I message people, and sometimes they give me an answer, other times they're just like, well, sorry, sucks to suck. And for this one, I thought it was pretty cool that they replied immediately, but nothing ever happened. I still can't get Glacier Bay Books. So shout out.
Star-Crossed Lydell, I think was that the title. I know what you're talking about. I just couldn't remember, and I'm too stubborn to search it because I know it's there. And I'm like, it's gonna pop out in my head eventually. But yeah, I never got to pre-order that one myself, but I wanted to pick it up.
What was the other one from Piao Studios? I forgot to get that, and I know
Ari-kun.
People in the chat, I think it was Kane, offered to help me, and I was too salty, and I said no. I still am. I refuse. But now I remember that I never picked it up. What the hell do I have here? What is this? Oh, this was another topic that I wanted to briefly discuss. There's some light news today. The Mortifying Ordeal of Being Seen, that's a Viz manga that I believe comes out soon, the first volume. That one, I did not know that Japan had this award, or a poll, I guess. The manga we want to see animated, that was the winner. So that's interesting, I guess. Strikeout Pitch was one of the runner-ups, along with Ketsu Battler. Never heard of that. This looks like a weird spin-off to the spin-off of a Bakugan Beyblade thing. Something. I don't know. I could be way off. This one is Utsura Nai Ndesu by somebody. Shout out. Gal X Gal Yuri. It's a long name. Jesus Christ. On and Off. This one's by Square. They got that one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
On and Off, Work Life and Balance. This looks fantastic. I have no idea what that is, but that cat is high as a mother trucker on catnip. Usotsuki Gokokun. Love that. Dinosaur Sanctuary. Let's freaking go. Oh, you remember the creator was vouching for on Twitter, like, hey, vote for the thing. Like, I can't vote, but I wish you well. I did not win, unfortunately.
It'll probably wind up getting an anime either way.
Yeah. Gokuraku guy, I'm surprised this hasn't happened, especially with things like Jujutsu Kaisen. You would think this would be in that animation style, that they would want to take a gamble on this one. Centuria was nominated or available for polling. I could see Centuria happening. By the way, Gokuraku guy, volume or chapter 30 something was the last one in Japan. So this is going to be a long ass wait. I don't know why Viz decided to get this so quickly and put it out.
I think it was getting a ton of early attention,
right,
on socials and stuff. So they definitely wanted to jump on quick.
Volume 4 was recently released or Volume 5 was recently released in Japan, and we're getting Volume 4 either late this year or early next year, something like that. Might be
so long between volumes that it's sometimes like easy to forget everything about this.
I only have the first 2 volumes. I remember the plot, but I don't know what the hell I read in those 2 volumes. That's how long it's been. I need to pick up Volume 3, but since it takes so long, I'm like, I'll get it eventually. I don't care.
Yeah.
Gokuraku guy had a really popular one-shot before it got serialized. That makes sense. Wait a minute. What? I always think about how the mangaka for the Mortifying Ordeal of Being Seen drew a bisexual orgy on Twitter. What the hell? Of that series, or just random made-up characters? What happened there? That is so out of left field.
Maybe they drew an orgy that they were at. And they were just in the cuck chair in the corner.
We already got Volume 4? Wait, we got Volume 4? Hold on.
I think I have 4 shelf right now. I don't think I've read it yet, but my shelf is on the other side of this shelf, so I can't see it.
What I said, move everything up a volume. Volume 5 is the one I'm referring to, and then Japan. Let me double check here. Japan has 6 volumes. Volume 6 came out last month over there, and we're getting Volume 5 in April, so next month. Okay, so we are really caught up. The current chapter released in Japan was chapter 34. It's gonna be a long wait. I don't know. Sorry about that little mix-up, but thank you, Yukon, for pointing it out. It was a random made-up characters, and the mangaka asked people how they wanted them to be drawn. Oh my god! Someone said they should all make out, and the mangaka thus delivered. Well, making out is one thing. Full-blown orgy is another. Like, damn. Okay,
I like my idea better.
that was a solid idea. So shout out. Okay. Oh shoot! I don't want to segue into the hardcore stuff of the show, so I'm just gonna go into Dark Horse because I realized I wanted to talk about Manga 1, and the stuff that happened over there is insane.
So it's like going into the Dark Horse stuff, and then it gets, which is like a little heavier,
Yes,
and then go into the real heavy stuff.
right.
Oh, you can talk about One Piece.
I do have One Piece. That's going to be the palate cleanser after we're done with Manga 1. So this is pretty freaking huge news that rocked the comic book world, and so much so that it even got published at the Hollywood Reporter of all places. Mike Richardson is out as the CEO of Dark Horse. Embracer, the video game holding company that bought Dark Horse in 2022, is installing a gaming executive as interim CEO. As part of our long-term vision to better align Dark Horse within a more connected and forward-looking group structure, we're implementing changes to modernize the business and strengthen collaboration across publishing, games, film, merchandise, and other key areas, said Embracer in a statement. That is crazy that you get the founder of Dark Horse like, you're out, dude.
Yeah, and it's no secret that he was pushed out. Like, he was fired. Right. just because the Embracer group was like, you're not delivering what we want you to, boom, you're out. But like, it's wild. Like, it's their 40th anniversary like this year. I think literally like their 40th anniversary day was recently or coming up real soon. And he's 75 years old. Which maybe was another factor. Maybe they're like, all right, old man, you need to get out of here. And because they replaced him with someone who looks like half his age, a guy that was like former Activision, former EA, which that screams good things right there. Right. And but it's crazy. Like, and I don't think that the manga side is talking about it as much as the comic side is. But like, Mike Richardson was one of the people that really brought manga into the US. One of their first books that they ever published was the Godzilla manga that was based on the Return of Godzilla, which I have, but it's in like the other side of the house, so I can't grab it. But and then he was really before other publishers, like before Viz Media existed, basically was Mike Richardson pushing and bringing these things out. And like I don't think that this is gonna impact that aspect of things at all, because manga is the part that's
going just fine.
The manga side of Dark Horse is what's really making them money. It's like them hemorrhaging on the other side, on the comic side. But as they said, like, Embracer wants them to push into entertainment from TV, movies, blah 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 blah. And they've tried multiple times. Like, they had a couple of successful Hellboy movies, but then they had a couple of massive duds. And they did, I can see it mentions Umbrella Academy right there. I think they're still trying to do something with Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer. Eric Powell's been trying to do something with the Goon forever. I think there's something coming for Usagi Yojimbo, or there was something in the works somewhere along the line. anyway, there's been stuff happening, but like I don't know, it's like been such a tumultuous several years for Dark Horse because I think they're bought and sold by someone else before Embracer came in.
Yeah.
I don't remember what company it was, but it was like a lot of ups and downs internally. If you look back in the past several years, and then there was like when Disney bought the rights to like Star Wars, they lost one of their biggest IPs. They had lost Eric Powell left for a while, Stan Sakai left for a while. So they were hemorrhaging IPs, and they were hemorrhaging creators for a bit because Powell went to his own. I think he had his own little publisher, and then Sakai went to IDW with new Usagi Yojimbo, and they wound up coming back.
And they came back, yeah.
Yeah, and now they just announced that they were bringing Terry Moore over with Abstract, I think is Terry Moore's studio, which is also huge news. Like whenever that came out, I was talking or commenting in your Discord. I was like, that's massive. Was this not like was this not revealed somewhere in the news? Because they just like kind of the solicitation for their new edition of Strangers in Paradise just hit people like it was nothing. And so there's so much stuff going on.
They had Alien and Predator. Yeah.
They had Alien, they had Predator. Now that's at Marvel. Been at Marvel for a while. That was after the Fox buyout happened. So many things that they had just went, and it. I don't know. There's so many things that can be said. I don't want to talk forever about it though.
I do want to point out in this article they mentioned something that is pretty funny to me. Under Richardson, Dark Horse was the first comic company that made a serious effort to take its comics to Hollywood and to remain involved as producers. They worked on The Mask. Oh my God, sorry. Time Cop were early hits. And then Barbed Wire, a notorious failure. Hellboy was a pretty successful franchise. Not the biggest one, but it was pretty successful. Umbrella Academy, of course. And licensed comics that hold on, wait a minute. Richardson started off as a comic retailer with his Oregon-based store, Pegasus Fantasy Books, which was later renamed Things from Another World. Is that why Dark Horse has the horse in the logo? Because of the Pegasus?
Oh, I have no idea.
In 1986, man, so Dark Horse is a year older than me. That's crazy. He began publishing comics with a concerted effort to protect creator rights. Dark Horse became the home of Frank Miller, putting out Sin City and 300, and Mike Mignola, who created the Hellboy universe, Alien vs. Predator, Star Wars. They're super emblematic, and it's a shame that we get to see the founder just bow out like that. And you know that if he wanted to, he could just start something up at a different, make a different publisher if he wanted to. I don't think it'll happen because of the age factor, but it could be a possibility that he starts up something else.
He's definitely got loyalty of creators behind him, so it would not feasibly be able to happen anytime soon if he wanted to, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that was another one. Like you could just keep going down the list. There's so many things that they wound up hemorrhaging. But there's there are so many creators that he has strong ties to, and I think number one would be Mike Mignola. I would not be surprised if Mignola, I was about to mention, it said Berger Books up there, I was about to mention Karen Berger. Like he could do, if he wanted to not start a new publisher, but maybe if he was able to start an imprint, like go to another publisher and do like what Karen Berger did. She went from Vertigo and then moved over to Dark Horse and started up Berger Books. So I don't know. There's so many It has my head spinning, honestly. That's my reaction to it, is just like, it's crazy. Um, that because of how massive, like, he's a massive part of comics in general, and just the entire landscape of everything that comics have been since either of us have been alive.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I
As of right now, Mignola said for now, Hellboy's staying.
yeah, the reason why I'm saying, like, anything would not happen anytime soon is because everyone has contracts. So, like, of course, Mignola is going to say Hellboy is staying at Dark Horse because he's going to still have a contract with them for who knows how long. But who knows if he's, depending on how things go, he could make a decision to not continue to be obligated to publish with Dark Horse. He could also start, depending on wording of said contract, he could start making books that are in the Hellboy universe, but not explicitly a Hellboy or BPRD book. He could start doing, maybe, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the wording is in the contract. He could start maybe doing stuff at another publisher, or have his own, Mignola books.
By the way, I forgot that Berserk 43 was coming out this year. Did that get announced? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was when they did the 10 million. They also mentioned that 43 was up for pre-order.
What?
Later this year.
I did not know that. Okay. Man, I've been out of the loop. Okay. October 27th. Am I going to buy it? Oh, man. No, right? Because eventually this will be put out on a deluxe edition hardcover. So I guess I'll wait.
I wind up getting the paperbacks anyway, because I'm like, I want to have it in the meantime, because the hardcover is going to take so long. But I know it doesn't make sense. I know it's dumb for me to do that.
I gifted all my Berserk to the smaller editions to a friend of mine that was in internet work for a bit, and then we just became besties. And I said, like, I want you to read this. You'll love it. And I think he read some of it and does like it. So as a thank you gift for the friendship, I'm like, free of charge, take it. When I get a new deluxe edition hardcover, I'll give you the corresponding 3 volumes. So I did that until we caught up to volume 40. But now he's like super busy and has a different life happening. I'm like, I would get this, and then I would be stuck with what is it, 41, 42, 43? So I don't know. Maybe I would sell it.
Their previous owner, it was in 2018, was Hong Kong based Vanguard Visionary Associates. That's why, like, it was so tumultuous for a little while, because, like, they literally got bought out, like 80% stake owned by Vanguard, and then 3 years later, 3 years later, they're acquired by Embracer. So, like, there was a lot of just stuff, very, like, tumultuous internal stuff going on when they're going from, like, one owner to another owner in such a short succession. And there was a lot of stuff that got kind of just lost in the mix during that time, and that's one of the reasons, pre-COVID reason, and then COVID made it worse, basically. But, like, that was one of the reasons that they had so many delays on a lot of books, is because of, like, just changing ownership. They have to kind of reassess and reapprove different things, and then COVID happened, and then it caused a lot of other delays, and
Right.
It's crazy. But we'll see what happens.
You could do what Ryan Holmberg did with the smudged line.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think, somewhat comparable to what Karen Berger is.
Harvey wants you to interview. No, not this. Hold on. Harvey, wait a minute. What was the other comment you made? When will Riley interview Ryan Holmberg? It's happening tomorrow. Spoilers.
Yeah. difficult. Yeah, no, I don't do interviews. I've only been part of one, but I just don't. That's not really my.
I don't do interviews as well because not like Harvey cared, but I'll jump in. I hate doing interviews because I get extremely anxious over the fact that I have someone that I'm going to potentially interview someone famous. I get like super anxious and stuff, and I don't do well with that. So I'll pass. I'll leave that to some other creator out there.
I anytime that I've spoken to someone at length, I wind up not even talking about like the things that we should be talking about. Like if I'm doing an interview and it's like people would expect me to sit there and be like, so blah 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 about this book, about this whatever. But I thinking in particularly about like meeting when I met Jack Quaid, and I just like was like, how are your parents? Like and I'm like, I know that your dad's in Texas, like, and I think there was just a storm, and I was like, how are they okay? Like after the storm, like everything good? That's good. Okay, cool. And then like I was asking because we were at a comic shop, and I was like, oh, what are you picking up? That one's good, dude. Oh, I've been wanting to check that one out. Like,
Nice.
I'm not asking like the type of questions that like you would think. I'm just like that, and so that's how I would be in an interview. It'd be like,
yeah, that could be fun. More of a conversation piece.
That's what people want. Maybe that's what people would prefer. And I don't know, like, I don't know if I did, because like Jess does interviews all the time. Omar does interviews all the damn time. But like if I was to interview someone that they talk to and just be like,
so
what's
how
your
you doing?
Dream?
Yeah, what you doing? Oh, just writing a book. Cool. Okay. Go check them out, guys. We need you both to interview Ken Penders. Oh my God, no!
Just be like, can I just ask you why?
Why do you want us to interview Ken Penders of all people?
No, I would ask Ken. I'd be like, Ken, why? Why, Ken?
Yeah.
Where
did you get the? Did you ever get the Knuckles omnibus?
Hell no! I wasn't going to pay $100 for that.
It's so expensive for what it is.
If it was like maybe if it was a $50 book, but that was great. Like $100 for Ken Bender's omnibus.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a no from me, dog. Zoe Dak, I hope I said that right. Is this any good? Soulless, the complete omnibus.
Is that the one that's from Yen Press this month? Am I thinking of the thing? Yeah, that's
story
the
by Gail
or whatever, and Rem.
And Rem. REM, the band, is doing the art.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight.
In the spot, yeah. Losing my religion. It's a steamy graphic novel of vampires, werewolves, and tea in this gorgeous omnibus edition. I hadn't heard of this. Okay. You had me at steamy vampires, werewolves, and tea. I'm intrigued. I'll check it out. By the way, I wanted to point this out. Appleseed Companion, we knew about it, obviously. We talked about it. But I'm so happy that it, for now at least, it is scheduled to come out this year. So add that to my list of things I'm super excited for in 2026. Can't wait for this one. Why am I here? Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm going to scroll back for 1 minute. I did not know about this series, and I found it pretty funny that we have, where was it? Usagi Yojimbo, Kaito, 1984. Did you know about this?
I've seen the title. I don't know anything about it though.
He's the descendant of the OG Usagi. But this one's in the 80s in Japan. In Osaka. That's awesome.
By Zach Rosenberg, so it's not Stan Sakai involved with that one.
I love the art. I will probably check it out. It's so different than what we're used to with Usagi Yojimbo that I'm in. It's a 5-issue series, unfortunately. Or maybe it's a hit and they put out more. Who knows? But I do want to check it out. All right. We have to talk about it. This was all over the news. So I'm gonna put the Polygon article because even they reported it. This is a two-parter of all the wrong things that can happen with a publisher of manga in Japan. Over the past weekend, this was published. When was this published? March 2nd. Okay. Over the past weekend, details emerged of a serious scandal that is rocking the manga world, leading to major authors removing their works from Manga One. It's a digital reading app of Shogakukan. If you haven't seen it, I have it here. I can show you a little bit of the platform. It's one of these crazy apps where you read all the manga, right? All the chapters. Right there. It has been revealed that the publishing house, one of the biggest in Japan, rehired an author who had been arrested in 2020 for sexual assault under a false name to work on a new manga. This is so messed up. Holy shit. And the reason I came into this news article was because of the update, which I'll get to that in a minute. This is talking about Shoichi Yamamoto, the author of Dakuten Sakusen. I found another article. I don't know if it's here. I don't want to scroll too much because they describe what the crime was, and it is pretty fucked up and disturbing.
Yeah.
I regret reading it because that ruined my night for a minute. And they settled outside the court. I think it was like 70,000 USD. The total or something that he had to pay, and he was dropped from publication and all that, and everything seemed fine and dandy, like some sort of justice, I guess, if you want to call it that. And then homeboy got rehired for the damn app under a pseudonym, and nobody knew anything until recently when they started investigating this stuff. In 2022, Yamamoto was hired again under the name Hajime Ichiro to work as a writer on a new manga called Yojin Kamen, illustrated by Eri Tsuruyoshi. Editors at Manga One knew of Yamamoto's conviction when he was rehired and even got involved in out-of-court settlement talks between him and the victim that would have required the victim to keep the abuse secret. Holy shit. The two sides failed to reach a settlement, which led to the recent conviction. They issued an apology last week actually, and then which was widely criticized. Cool. On February 28th, Shogakukan shared another more detailed statement and also announced the distribution of Jojin Kamen had been halted. Good. After the news emerged, a bunch of the creators like Rumiko Takahashi, Kanehito Yamada, Ryuhei Tamura, they all said, like, we want our content removed from the app, which is pretty freaking huge.
Yeah.
And did they end up removing the stuff? I assume so, right?
I haven't looked. I'm assuming so as well.
Let's see. So that is crazy, but there's an update, which I did not expect either. Let me scroll down here. All right. In an update to this story, after the publication of this article, new details have emerged concerning Shogakukan hiring another convicted mangaka under false name, Tatsuya Matsuki, which you might remember as the author of Act Age back in 2020, which was published under Weekly Shonen Jump. Viz Media got it. They released only one volume, right, before it was canned?
Two, technically. They released one, and then I think the second one was in production, and they canceled it like before the official release date, but copies still went out to stores. So like you can get copies of volume 2 that just didn't officially come out.
Right. So this idiot was found guilty in 2020 for committing indecent acts with a middle school girl. And then in 2024, he was hired under the name Yatsunami Miki to work on the manga the counselor through the years and the stars. In this case, the editorial staff of Manga One and the manga artist Yukihira Kaoru were fully aware of Tatsuya's identity. Shogakukan decided to make these details public in the wake of the recent scandal. Holy guacamole, brother. I guess we have to mention homeboy Kenshin Pedo writer, who did not face any consequences, just a slap in the wrist, and paid a
Small
minor fee. Yeah, small bonds.
3,000 USD or some shit like that.
And got the support of or not like the direct support, but nobody said anything. They were like, okay, cool, he's back. For the anniversary stuff, you had like Kishimoto and other creators participating. So I understand. I guess if you want to play devil's advocate, one was about having material, whereas this incident here with this idiot, these two idiots, are like actual physical abuse that happened and some other horrific stuff that we are not going to talk about here because this is not that type of show. I guess that's why with this it's much more vocal, and the anger is so visceral that you have famous creators standing up and taking a stand, which is fantastic. But it still sucks either way that this other idiot got away with stuff, and then these two were gonna get away with it until I guess this stuff got leaked and busted. Get out of here, bitch.
Dude, yeah, I haven't even read everything about this because just like the headlines were enough for me to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, I've got so much going on right now. I can't dive into this. I can't let myself get yeah, but it was very disappointing. But like you said, like I'm glad that there are people putting their foot down about this stuff. But that's really, exactly.
And the real devil here is Manga One. They knew what they were doing, and they're like, "We're gonna publish you anyways." Not once, but twice with two horrible people.
And when it was the second one, that when they came out about that, because it was a creator of a series that was, it was really big, and it was being published in English. I think more people knew that creator, and more people remembered what happened, and so that pushed it even further, where everyone was like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" It's like Kane said, like once you could have plausible deniability, maybe, but twice.
I believe I read that he had undergone the first dude had like psychiatric evaluations and stuff, and they deemed him okay to resume work and publish material. I'm like, no, it's not about that. It's about you taking a stand and not giving him the work. It doesn't matter if he rehabilitates or whatever.
They know it's something wrong because he's working under a pen name. Both of them were, so they you don't know it's that person.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, they would just be out there and be like, "It's me."
Good God. The Act Age author said he took on a pseudonym out of respect of the victims. Oh, wow. Yeah. Not wanting to see his name. But that's such nonsense to me, because imagine if his victims found his manga, loved it, and then found out the man who assaulted them is writing it.
That's such a BS answer.
Like crap.
He's just squirming, looking for something to say, and like, well, this is why no, dude.
I'm trying to not. This is a pretty lengthy article from ANN, and they describe a whole bunch of stuff here that happened. I don't want to dwell on it because there's some graphic stuff written here. But it's crazy. They called out my boy, which upset me. I'm like, damn, dude, just say anything. Where is it? Gosha Oyama has not said anything about the first guy. I'm like, damn, dude, say something, just anything. Draw like your Conan arresting the guy or something. And then I just thought it was funny that I mean, none of this is funny, but the fact that I read about the Act H, and then I'm like, wait a minute, why are there two articles about the thing? I'm like, oh, then it hit me. It's the same damn thing. This is the real scummy evil here. Because the other guys, they already did the thing and they suck. But like, holy crap, you as a publisher to know that and hire these people, that is horrible business practices.
It also does not, it doesn't feel like that's the end of this whole thing. Like I feel like we're gonna have more to talk about next week.
Yeah, probably. They're gonna keep investigating. Response to the Yamamoto scandal has been much more vocal. Oh, they do mention here about the Kenshin author. I refuse to say his name. Fuck that guy. Ruined one of my favorite childhood memories of one of my favorite manga.
Yeah, that motherfucker. That was the biggest heartbreak.
For the moment, it seems criticism. For the moment, it seems that criticism is being focused on Manga One and its editorial staff. According to the second statement, the publisher recognizes this as a grave incident for which the company bears management oversight responsibility. No shit, reflecting a lack of awareness regarding human rights and compliance. Shogakukan also vows to establish an investigative committee to clarify the facts and causes, including the circumstances surrounding the start of serialization and the editor's involvement, including any settlement discussions. Following that, we will issue a report on the investigation findings, impose strict disciplinary actions, and formulate and implement measures to prevent reoccurrence. Woo! It got out of hand for them when high-profile creators started leaving. I'm pretty sure that made them like, whoa, wait a minute, we have to do something. Because I know they lost a huge chunk of yen doing that, not to say dollars. That one animator, forgot his name, who worked on Jujutsu Kaisen and other stuff, was on Twitter responding to the situation. Like, expect people to be perfect and squeaky clean, and yeah, maybe if it wasn't for the sex crimes.
Was it the Kill la Kill animator? Because I know that like that guy said something, and the creator of Hajime no Ippo said something as well. Like, I was like,
just shut up. Yeah, just be quiet.
Fuck up. Oh my god.
God. Japan turns a blind eye to essay. If you get accused, it is a lot. It's a very tricky. It's tricky how they deal with that stuff compared to the rest of the world. Josh, you went to Japan? What the hell? All my friends go to Japan. I need to go. Okay. So that happened. We'll probably get more news from that.
We'll catch up next week.
Next time on Investigative Journalism, Omnibros Edition, Manga. But for something a little bit more lighthearted, One Piece, Eiichiro Oda, celebrating over 600 million copies worldwide sold, made a video sharing the One Piece secret, right? The wraparound jacket band for the 114th compiled book of One Piece has surpassed 600 million copies published worldwide as of the release of the volume. About 450 million copies are within Japan and 150 million outside. The franchise commemorated the news with a special movie project in English showing Oda writing down the secret of what the One Piece is and what awaits Monkey D. Luffy, Jess's favorite character, and dropping that written secret into the bottom of the ocean. I'm not going to play it. I just want to pause it here.
It honestly was a pretty cool video. When I watched it, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever.
I don't think we'll get in trouble because it's like it's a picture in picture, so I'll just pause it. like we always do. So the thing with this is already people have found they've triangulated the area where the thing was dropped. And what I liked, I saw a post that said, like, we think we know where it is, and if we find it, we're not going to reveal the secrets because, it's been such a long journey. We're not going to spoil it now for all the homies. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
He set off the great pirate era in real life. Like it's people searching for the One Piece. You're gonna have good people doing it for that. Bad people, probably like some leaker account who wants to be the first person to announce it because that's all they care about is being number one.
Right.
But I thought that was so cool. Like
it's in a box, right? It's not a folder.
He folded up the paper, put it in a little treasure chest, and then put that in that like pressure sealed waterproof doohickey, and then they sunk that down 600 something meters deep into the ocean.
That is kind of frightening at the same time.
If you want my treasure, it'll be here in one piece.
Unless the pressure doesn't get to the box and rips it open.
It's gonna be like that.
I know what you're gonna reference.
I forgot what it was called.
You mean the submersible?
Yeah, the submersible. It's gonna just.
So yeah, people already figured it out, I guess, where it is or something, and they want to get it on the action. I don't think they should do it. Just leave it as a mystery, or maybe when they finally announce that One Piece is coming to an end, maybe go look for it as a promotional thing, like a continuation. I swear, if we get spoiled what the One Piece is from some idiot finding that chest. Didn't Oda tell one fan who was dying of cancer the ending? I don't remember that. That's cool if he did. Give me 1 second here.
I joked on Twitter that someone would find it and open it up and it would say, "Be sure to drink your Ovaltine."
Oh my god, yeah. or just
commercial.
They find the note and it says, "Watch season 3 of the One Piece live action at Netflix," or something like that. It's a paid ad. What the hell? I'm trying to look for the real One Piece. I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. Give me 1 second.
This would be like if back before like Dragon Ball ended, Toriyama had real Dragon Balls made and scattered them across the globe and was like, if anyone can gather all 7, we will grant them any wish within reason, like within legal reason.
This is fake, by the way. It was confirmed. It was done by what's the guy's name? Boss Logic or whatever. But it went a little bit viral. I thought it was pretty funny. This is the One Piece. So it is confirmed to be fake. It was the joke was that the One Piece McDonald's collab was a giant chicken nugget.
I thought that was real. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
McD Luffy.
I saw the post right now on Twitter, and it even got the community note that it's a fake. Because the real collab is just like merch and like illustrations and stuff, so nothing food related.
Yeah, I saw it was like cups and a Luffy vest with like McDonald's logo on it.
Speaking of, did you see that Chopper is getting a Hot Toys?
Yes, the one that's like nearly, it looks like it's almost life size.
Yeah, this is so weird to me, but really cool that we're getting a One Piece related, regardless if it's a live action show, it's still One Piece. It's still the same IP. A Hot Toys of originally a manga character, then an anime character, and now a live action CGI creation. Let me highlight it here. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks like close to life size.
I would not mind owning something like this, although it is kind of creepy still. I wouldn't want to wake up to this in my room at 3 a.m. staring at me. Like, I don't know about that. This is like ET type of levels for me, when I would just want to punch it.
You wake up screaming,
Chopper, stop! And then I hit it in the face.
I feel like
$300.
Oh, that does not look right without the hat. He looks bald. In the anime and the manga, he has a little tuft on his forehead.
Oh, right. They're doing an action figure for $80. There's a statue for Fishman Island for $500. And what's the price on this bad boy? $270 for a 19-inch.
That's not bad
chopper.
For that size and all the like what you can do. I don't know. You catch me in when does that come out?
This one between June and December.
That is a hell of a window, but catch me between June and December having this with my flexible payment options.
Oh my God. Josh, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. Josh hates when I make fun of live action Chopper. I'm getting the One Piece Lego. Things are nuts, my boy.
I just hate the
It is for what it is pretty.
Yeah,
it's fairly priced.
Really well priced. Yeah. But I hate his voice. I really hate the like sexy baby voice that they gave him.
Oh, I did not pay attention to that.
I think I talked about it on the show before that they like literally what's her name who voices Chopper in the live action?
Michaela Hoover? Is she the voice?
She was in an episode of How I Met Your Mother where she did that same voice to Barney and was like it was a sexy baby voice. And she's using the same voice that she used there to do this. It was funny because I didn't even equate it with that at first. I equated it with Kristen Milioti or whatever, who used a sexy baby voice for an episode of 30 Rock, where she was like, it's not whatever, like it's not an act. I'm a real sexy baby. Like,
oh my God.
She did that. And I was equating it with that. And then I was looking through Michaela Hoover's credits and I found that she did do that in How I Met Your Mother, which is funny because we literally just had finished watching that whole series again, like not long before they revealed the voice. And I completely forgot about that episode or that was her. Anyway.
Hold on.
That aside, he's got the black Ewok lips.
This is kind of weirding me out. Sorry, Josh.
The hairy horns, the antlers.
Look at that. I don't know how to feel about that. Can you imagine seeing that at 3 a.m. when you wake up? You're in a haze. Just had a lucid dream that it turned into a nightmare. And then you wake up, look to your right, to your shelf, and then there's this thing staring right at you, lifeless, soulless eyes, with the black Ewok lips. Both
my dogs and the cat would hate this. They will immediately assume this is a creature come to do something to them.
This is for them, it would be like a Krampus event.
They like Toast, the cat, when I made, or I didn't make it, when Carly made the Lego cat,
yeah,
she was like, what is this? And it doesn't even look like a real cat. It's just like, but she like recognized that it was meant to be one of her, but it was different. And she was like so freaked out by it. It would be like that, but I think on another level because of how like realistic the fur and stuff looks.
Yeah. Josh, you're really upset. We look at you each week. Y'all don't have the whimsy.
I got plenty of motherfucking whimsy.
We're alive, whereas this is like dead in its eyes. What the hell's happening here? But shout out to the Chopper gang. They should have just gotten the dub actor for the One Piece anime.
What? So we said that the other day when we were
Brina Palencia, I think that's her name.
We were having dinner with my friend from High Dive, and we brought that up. We're like, why didn't they do that? And they were like, the answer, like legitimate answer, is likely because of unions, because the Netflix will only use union actors, whereas anime doesn't. So or one way or the like, I think it was that, like, so like anime voice actors are not unionized, but they have to be unionized to work on a Netflix show. So that's why they couldn't have that crossover.
Kind of want to grab it. Yeah, of course. We're just goofing around. If you guys want it, grab it for sure. I
have a love-hate relationship with it. I kind of want it, but I think
a really high quality Teddy Ruxpin. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out. You know what is unionized? The amazing deals that you can find at the sponsor in stock trades. Everything is lined up over there.
I don't know about
me neither. Omni's trade paperback hardcovers and manga for great discounted prices. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. There's loyalty discounts, which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, that and more when you visit instocktrades.com. Also, at the end of the month, on the last Monday stream, we will be doing a $50 gift card courtesy of instocktrades.com. So if you're watching for the first time and you're interested in that, tune into the Monday show, and you can have you'll have an opportunity to win a gift card courtesy of instocktrades.com.
Did you see the one more One Piece live action thing about Brooke?
I don't remember.
They showed who's playing Brooke, and they showed a picture of him from one of the episodes of the live action. So that's out. Like, there's a picture of Brooke from the series. It's a very small image, but he's there, and the reaction has been really funny because a lot of people are like, why did they skip ahead and bring Brooke into the story? And it's like, it's the Laboon episode, my guy. Like, these people have not paid attention. Like, they're One Piece fans that don't read One Piece.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're doing, I think the second episode of season 2 is Reverse Mountain is Reverse Mountain with Laboon. I think the first episode is Logtown, second episode is Reverse Mountain. And so they're going to show like the flashback, not the whole flashback, because you get the whole thing later. They're going to show the flashback, and so they're going to have the Rumbar Pirates.
Oh, I'm reading some of the comments on Instagram. Somebody said, people that watch One Piece on TikTok are crying below. Why is it that so many people can't remember that this is for Laboon's flashback? Either that, or they just never watched it from the beginning. Y'all never seen the human Brooke, funny as F.
Yeah, there's people like, why is he not a skeleton?
Because he was a human first.
Bro, why does he
Bro, I'm new to One Piece, and even I understand why they're showing Brooke and why he has skin. What the fuck y'all on? That's another reason I don't like Netflix. Whatever, dude. Why is everyone forgetting that Brooke used to be a living guy? Yeah. You didn't have to be a genius or like a super fan to figure that one out.
I'm very excited though, because I was wondering, like I brought it up a while ago. I don't remember exactly when, but I think we were talking about One Piece. Um, and uh, I was like, I wonder if they'll cast Brooke for the flashback sequence because of, and I mentioned basically this exact thing. I was like, they can put him in there and have him in the flashback, or are they just going to not have him be there, or are they going to have him like just show like from behind, like a mysterious person with a giant afro
Mhm.
play, either playing the violin or playing piano, like but not actually showing a
And
face or
then
anything.
when you see him again, it's gonna make sense, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, wait a minute." All
But it's
the
gonna suck unless they like shift things around or jump ahead.
right.
Um, they're not gonna call dude back for years to come back to reprise the character.
It's gonna be like when they showed Thanos for the first time. It was
Yeah,
another guy, and then we never saw that guy again.
yeah. So I wonder if this actor is actually going to get to keep the role, or if they're gonna pull something like that and be like, okay, now that you're joining the crew, we have to get a real. I guess that later on, like if they do wind up adapting. Three is, I don't think anything beyond that has been yet, but three is already in production. But I wonder, like, if they don't stop the series before they get to Thriller Bark, I wonder if they're going to do like a full CGI and he would just be doing like ADR
Right.
voiceover for the character.
I mean, if you already have Chopper, you can do that, and you have the dinosaur islands in this season. So
We were just last night watching Army of Darkness, and they have like a bunch of the skeleton people, and it's funny because
mm,
like you can tell in some scenes the skeleton army is like claymation or like stop motion,
mhm.
and some of them it's just like a plastic skeleton that's just there, and then they like very quickly like grab the skeleton and throw it or something. And then in other instances it's a person in a costume. It's a really shitty looking skeleton costume that looks like they're just wearing like a spandex and like a
Right.
mask, kind of has a skeletal thing on it. And those are the few that like get into actual fights with like Ash during the movie. But I was noticing all of that. I was paying attention. I thought it was really funny.
Oh, mess.
Yeah, we have to get to Rook coming back. We got to go all the way through Water 7 and Ennie's lobby.
Just as long as for most of these arcs, they I assume they're going to condense everything and make new versions of it because there's so much to adapt, right?
Yeah, and it does get condensed into like the first season was, what was it, like 60 episodes or something, and it was condensed down into 8. And it was like one arc per episode basically.
Oh wow.
And then
So that's
this
when you need like good script writers and whatever the hell position is when well what is it the showrunners you need
yeah,
good showrunners to condense all that stuff and make it make sense for people.
there's like, so season 3, if they continue, it'll be 8 episodes just in Alabasta. But I've been wondering, like, how are they going to handle Skypiea, because Skypiea was not like East Blue, and it wasn't like the Baroque Works sagas where there's like a ton of small arcs that build up. It was just Jaya and then Skypiea.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll see how season 3 goes to kind of understand what they'll do beyond that. But that's if they even decide to keep going. Like, I know it's been a massive success, but they have to think about the logistics behind like how long it's taking to make this series, and the fact that Luffy's gonna be 50 by the time they get to the time skip.
It says here season 2 drops March 10th. I didn't know it was coming out next week.
Yeah, it's almost here.
Wow. Okay, cool. We need Water 7 for Robin. I'm excited to see Robin in live action. Even though I'm not, I don't care. I don't want to come off too salty here. I don't care for the show, for the live action show, but I do want it to do well. But Robin being my favorite character, I do want to see her performance in live action to see if it's good or not. Did you guys go over the new manga coming from New York Review Comics? Not on this episode, but I think we covered some last time. Harvey, you mentioned some books earlier, and I forgot to highlight them. I'm so sorry. Let me scroll back real quick before we go. I'll write up the questions for the Ryan interview. It'll be easy. Nice.
I don't think I trust your questions.
I need someone to pressure Ryan to translate some more Shinichi Abe. I'm sure it'll happen. Smudge took the license for the Hideshi Hina books. Wish Glacier Bay got it instead. Have you guys ever read Dokudami Tenement by Takashi Fukutani, sorry. I don't think I've read it. Sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure I know which series you're talking about, though.
Curious if you get Marine Forge. Shout out to Bruce Campbell. That sucks, but he's a trooper. I'm sure he'll kick ass.
Yeah. Speaking of Army of Darkness,
Right.
we had been going through a whole like Sam Raimi marathon for the past week or two, and so we were watching the Evil Dead trilogy with a couple friends of ours who had actually never seen any of them. And so we watched 1 and 2 in one night. We only planned on watching 1. They had so much fun that I was like, 2 is pretty short if you want to just jump into it. And they were like, yeah. So we did that. And then about a week later, we finally finished it off with Army of Darkness. And then I was like, I know we're not going to sit here and watch the show, but if you want to watch the show.
Mm-hmm. Bruce Campbell cursed you out. That's awesome.
I randomly met him at a convention. Like, I didn't know he was there, and he was walking, and we passed, and I just saw him, and I just shook his hand real quick, and he's like, "All right, sir," and then was like, "Thank you," and then we just walked. He was wearing a bright yellow, like banana yellow suit with black and white checkered shoes, not Vans, but they were like patent leather shoes, it looked like.
Yeah.
And this was like a decade ago or something like that, and I was like, that was surreal.
I went to a book signing. Long story short, he didn't believe my name was Great House. Okay, that's funny. Shout out, friend of the show, Bruce Campbell. Let's go. So chat. I think we can call it. I am pooped, as the kids say. It's been a long day for me, and I need to rest. I'm about to fall asleep here. Sorry. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. We will. The show. Sorry, I can't talk. The show will be back tomorrow. Jess will be on. Lou, I don't know. We don't hear from Lou these days. Riley, where can people find you? What you got cooking up? All that fun stuff. Let the people know.
I just recently released that video about
oh yeah, I saw that.
Ghost in the Shell. So if you are on the fence at all about that, you can watch that video. I go into plenty of detail looking at every aspect of the box set. I look through all the posters and stuff. It's a beautiful set. I think it's definitely worthwhile. If we hadn't have already done the plug for IST, I'd plug it right here to say you can get it for like $90 from them. And I currently actually, like, while we were in the video, I was working on making notes for the March Manga Buyer's Guide video. So I will hopefully have that up. Maybe I'll film it tomorrow and edit for the weekend or something like that to have it up before next week's new releases. We will see. Oh yeah, James just messaged me to talk about I intended on talking about it at this part of the show and almost forgot, so thank you. Anyway, so I'll have that up soon, and then if there's a demand for it, I might do like a in case you missed it video for January and February since I missed it. But James reminded me there's a friend of mine and Colleen's and Will's and of Carly's and a friend of a lot of people. Lex, recently her house caught fire. I don't know what the circumstances were,
Oh, wow.
but she lost everything. She is still looking for her cats. Lex is on many different platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and stuff. So she's put out there her if anyone wants to help out in sending anything you can to help her to afford to buy just some clothes, toiletries, essentials, just to help her get to the next day. She did provide her PayPal and her Venmo links.
Thank
So
you, James, for putting up the links.
you have any desire to help a friend in need, anything helps. She also had a list that she put out of she lost her entire collection of manga. She's a big shoujo and BL fan. And she put a list of things that she's like, I would really love to replace these if I can. These are my priorities. And I have one big series that I'm going to send her the entire thing. But I'm trying to see if I can get some other stuff as well. I just have some stuff that's still boxed up. And but if anyone wants to look through the list that she's put up on, she put it on Instagram and she put it on her Twitter account, you can see what series she's hoping to be able to replace. A lot of people have already committed. Like I said, I committed one thing to this. But similar to my situation, like she has a list of stuff that she's going to try to replace. And if anyone has something, you can go ahead. I don't know if anyone was hurt. I don't know how she is physically. She's alive, and she didn't seem like she was messaging and posting from like the hospital or anything. So I think she's fine. I don't know her complete living situation. Like I don't know if she was living with family or roommates or whatever. I don't know any of that. I'm assuming if there was anyone that lived with her that was hurt, that she probably would have mentioned it. But she has kept posting that she hasn't found her cats yet. But the good news is, in the damage, in the rubble, they haven't found any bodies either. So another friend of ours a couple years ago, Cass, had an apartment fire.
I remember we talked about that here.
Yeah, she found at least one of her animals alive, like after the whole thing happened. Like she went back and it was one or two of them that she found. So we're like, holding out so much hope, because a lot of things can be replaced, but that's something that can't be. And so really hoping that cats are really malleable animals, and if they can get an opening to get out of danger, they're going to do it. And I'm really hoping that that's what happened, and that she'll be able to find them soon, safely. So yes, if anyone wants to help out, thank you for lending me your ears, everyone. Lex is a really sweet person that it's terrible that this happened, but if you would like to help out and do anything, you have all the information, the links shared by James. Thank you again. That's what I got.
There you go. So there we have it. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Wait. Sorry. Sorry. My channel, Manga Geekdom. If you want to check it out, I'd appreciate it. I put out my video for the anticipated manga, the new #1s on March. If you want to view that, and I should be posting a video review on a manga.
Amon.
One book next week. It's getting there. It's just my life has been a whirlwind of emotions as of late, and I haven't had time to dedicate it on for YouTube. Um, so subscribe if you haven't. Manga Geekdom here on YouTube, and you can check me out on the Discord if you want to join my community Discord. I'd love to have you there. The links are here. Thank you, James. Appreciate it as always. That is it. Have a great night. God bless. Stay safe out there. We will catch you on the next stream. Thanks everyone for subscribing, for watching. Love you faces. See you next time.
Good night.
Adios, amigo.